From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them in practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. On third down, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
Let's go. Let's do this. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Cousins now. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cousins. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. To throw, Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play fake, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Jets will take over first and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They're going to run this with a tight end. Continuing to fight for more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Carter will try the right side. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first throw for the backup Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Darnold on first down. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Minnesota.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Off of play action, Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Carter. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 21-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. Out to the right, he's got the tight end Waring.
Let's go, let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to. They don't want to.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Darnold. It's Waring, the tight end with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Armstrong.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Witherspoon on the tackle. A gain of 7. And the Vikings 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here. Darnold, he lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we would talk about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 3rd and 2, Darnold. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This one middle of the field. It's Waring, the tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again is Darnold. That is going to be caught by the tight end Waring. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold. Short throw going to be caught by Waring, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mike.
A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Darnold to throw again. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I didn't notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
43 is the mic. Ready, ready.
They'll go again with Carter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carter on the toss right. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a give to Carter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. From the 38, Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A handoff for Carter. There's the stiff arm. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Carter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And now hang on here, because down on the field and appearing to be grimacing in some pain is the tight end, Zach Ertz. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run. It's Carter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big play there for Minnesota.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field. But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone, 3rd downs, and getting after the quarterback.
Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 44, Darnold.
Let's go, boys. Bring it out.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Darnold completes it. 7 yards to pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Darnold running the option to the right side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments, sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.